All right, welcome back to another episode with myself, Luke. So I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are. So in today's episode, we're going to jump into the Bitcoin price in just a second. Please make sure to like, subscribe to my channel, and also leave any comments in the section. It really helps, not only with the algorithm with my channel, but also to know what's going on in your heads as regards crypto. So we all know what's been going on around the world. We don't need to go into the geopolitical situation with Iran, America, but one thing that it hasn't done is wrecked Bitcoin. As you can see, Bitcoin since then has just remained stable, steady. In fact, we've gone up since the 28th of February. I think it was the 28th of February when the war started. We've gone up almost 14% in terms of the Bitcoin price. Altcoins have been pretty steady. I was just looking at CoinMarketCap, and yeah, the fear and greed, we're going back into neutral, which is interesting, and we're halfway through towards altcoin season. So are we going to basically, with all this news going on, people have been very fearful lately. It just shows how things can flip really fast in the world of crypto, especially, I mean, we've been waiting for altcoin season for absolute years. It hasn't come. We've had altcoin rallies. The Bitcoin dominance has been really high, 60 to 70%. I think we went to the lows, probably 57, I don't remember, 56, 57%. But anyway, altcoin season, we've just been waiting patiently. So if you're in the altcoins, it hasn't been good. It's been absolutely terrible. But over the past week and month, things are starting to change. I mean, one of these things that, yeah, we've got Bitensa. I was getting this last year. I mean, we got absolutely wrecked at the end of last year, and now it's trying to make its move back. But this is just one altcoin that I'm in. Also Sol as well, and Fetch, Link, etc. So going to the month is looking good. Now, over the year, things, yeah, it's 50-50 depending on what you've got. Zcash, of course, has been doing pretty well. But overall, it's been, yeah, the back end of last year was absolutely awful. But what's surprising is with all this, what's going on around the world, Bitcoin remained steady, and altcoin season, it looks like we could have one. Who knows, going into spring. So the second quarter, I was looking at the Bitcoin monthly returns. The first quarter has been terrible for the quarterly returns. Now, if we just look at the second quarter, most of the time we have green second quarters, and when they are green, usually they're pretty high. So except back in 2023 and 2015. So could we be printing in a few weeks? I think in what's the date today? It's the 18th, 19th. I think it's the 18th. So in about 12, 13 days, we start quarter two, and who knows, could we be seeing a altcoin season in spring going into summer like we did back in, was it 2020? Yeah, it was here where we had a huge, I think 2020 was the DeFi summer that we had. And then to top it all off, quarter four, Bitcoin went absolutely mental going into 2021 when we hit, what was it, 70,000 US dollars. So enough said about that. So right now, in the short term, if you're trading, personally, I only invest, I trade about 5% of my portfolio every so often. But what I'm waiting for is Bitcoin to come back into this bracket here, 40 to 60,000, to get into some trades, to dollar cost average into Bitcoin again. I think this is fantastic buying opportunities. I don't think we'll go lower. We might not even go to 40K, but the point is, I've put this margin here, 60 to 40,000, to start dollar cost average, and I don't care how low we go. I'm not waiting for a specific end price like 40K and I'm going to start buying. I know some people do this. The truth is we might not even go down to 40K. We might even go down to 60K and I'm just waiting like a lemon. We touched it back here in February. We didn't go into it, but I was buying Bitcoin around the $60,000 level. I was FOMOing into it. However, yeah, we haven't gone completely into it. So there is this possibility. If I'm being selfish, I hope we go into this area, because then we can buy Bitcoin a lot cheaper. If we don't go lower, one thing to look out for is this level of support now, sitting at 68,000 US dollars. If we do go down to those levels, then Bitcoin will drop about 7%. And maybe it would be a good idea to put a buy order. Again, everything I say is not financial advice. Putting a buy order here, ready to basically do something, get a bounce off it, and the level of resistance then would be approximately 84,000 that we'll be looking at in the short term. So this is just, how do I do this again? Is it H or is it this one? Yeah, there we go. So this would be an increase, if we do get a bounce off this, of about 24%. So that could be an interesting short-term game. Long-term, well, if we do go to this level, then we'll probably get, we'll be retesting this level of resistance of 84 to 85K, because we've got all this here and previously. But if we do go through, then I expect us to come back down to these levels of 60,000 before we go lower. So the short term, either we break through this support, just wait for the breakout if you're going to trade, or the break up. So yeah, the bounce off this line before you enter a trading position. For Bitcoin, that's the short term. The long term, well, if we just scale out, go to the weekly, let's have a look, shall we? Are we seeing something like we saw in the last cycle, where I think we dropped about 50%, maybe more, where we dropped all the way down here, 56%, but then we rallied 56% and we rallied 130%. So what's interesting, have we gone down 50% from the top to here? We've gone down 50%. So usually history rhymes, doesn't 100% repeat perfectly, but we've already hit that 50% mark. So are we going to see something similar to basically what happened in the last cycle? Are we now on the verge? We could still come down and retest these levels in the short term, but has Bitcoin made its bottom at 60,000 US dollars? Was this basically a carbon copy of this? And are we going to rally 130% or so next? What would be interesting if we did rally 130%, if we're just copying from the low there, this would take us up to 140,000 approximately. I think if we do rally past our last all-time high, then 150 to 200,000 for this year wouldn't look so shabby in the end. But that's just my opinion, everybody. Just let me know in the comments section below. I'm going to try and bring out a few more videos, especially going into Q2. I want to try and be a bit more active on social media with my videos and help my community here on YouTube. So again, if you haven't done so already, please go ahead, subscribe, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye-bye.